Welcome to the Brothers in Balance podcast with Joe and
Jeremiah.
right. What would you like to talk about today, brother?
All right, man. So I was sitting here just thinking all week what I wanted to talk about
Yeah,
with our next show, and I kind of want to dive in deep um, for this topic, just due to the fact that I've had some friends that has been going through some things with their relationships and just family members as well.
yeah,
I've just heard recently like a lot of disappointing news with just arguments and just
yeah,
and I've listened to their stories and I'm like, man, would I handle this correctly? Whatever. So I want to talk about relationships
yeah,
because I think that is something that a lot of people can relate
yeah,
on. And I do want to, ask, I want to talk with you about relationships, kind of see your perspective on things and how you think relationships should go.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you know, to start us off, what what do you think makes a good relationship?
Um, I think good, clear communication. That's
Yeah.
that's something that's super important.
Hmm.
Um, just being there for each other. Um, I'd actually flip flop those two. Like being there for each other. Like if somebody's going through something, or if like there's something going on going on in one person's life, just being there to pick the other person up, I think that's super important. um just having fun, just like, and taking sex out of everything, taking everything like that out of it, just having fun, like being able to be you at your core with that person. Like, I think that's super important. Having fun is super important. Like having a date night at least like once a week, I think it's super important.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm the world's worst about that. Like, I was really bad about that in
Yeah.
previous relationships.
Yeah.
So I think to the core, like, and genuinely caring about that person. I think those are,
Yeah. No, I mean, no, I completely agree with you because, I think the top is probably communication.
yeah,
Um, there's so many, there's so many situations that I hear um, that it's just poor communication.
mhm,
That's the number one key. If I could sit down with a couple and just say, your communication sucks.
yeah,
It sucks.
yeah,
You don't tell each other how you feel. You don't sit and respect and let that person talk.
yeah.
That kind of leads to a lot of issues as well.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
Communication, trust, as we all know, trust. And I want to ask you something too about, and I may be jumping the gun here,
You're
but
fine.
when I heard this person say recently that I didn't physically cheat, but she still considered it cheating. What would you still consider if it's not just physical cheating? What would you consider cheating as well in a relationship?
I definitely, so like if a text message gets a little further than, because I've had coworkers text me and be like, "Hey, you want my shift tonight?" Or I've had coworkers text and be like, "Hey, saw you missed work. You okay?"
Yeah.
Like, and I think that stuff is okay. I think it's okay.
Hmm.
If it gets any further into like personal details, I don't necessarily I don't consider it cheating, but it's got to be cut off right then and there.
Yeah. I
Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that statement. I think that if you have to delete something or hide something,
yes,
you're cheating.
100%. If you have to delete something so that person doesn't see it, that's 100%, 100% cheating.
Yeah.
Like, it's yeah, that's a big no go.
Being able to hand your phone to your spouse or your girlfriend,
Yeah,
boyfriend, whatever,
yeah,
with no care in the world, that goes a long
yeah.
way. And I will say that that is hard to find nowadays.
What's crazy is my previous relationship, dude. We never had to hand a phone to each other. Like, it was we legit just trusted each other that much. It was insane. I've never trusted like somebody like that in my entire life.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, I can hand my
I'm
phone to my wife. She's like, "Oh, I want to find this picture of Noah." Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
I don't care.
Like
Like I know
it
some
was
guys would be like,
yeah.
like their
Yeah,
heartbeats is like,
yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
crazy, and it's just not like that with me.
No.
Um,
No. It was
and that's where the trust comes in.
yeah. Bro, I'm telling you. Like
I heard somebody
every
say that. I've heard somebody say before. Um, Allie said it to me, messing with me. But I've heard actually like relationships, like a girl say this, like, I don't get on his phone because I don't want to hurt my own feelings.
that's
Could
crazy.
you imagine what they're
That's
going through?
crazy.
Like,
Like
what
don't
did that guy have to do to make you be like, I don't want to get on his phone?
yeah.
Now, here's what I'm also gonna say, and I'm not defending the guys that are doing something stupid, cheating, hiding, nothing, because
Yeah.
I don't support that at
Yeah.
all.
Me neither.
But I don't want to be with somebody that's that insecure that has to go through my phone.
Correct.
If you have to go through it once just to get that closure and clarity, go for it. You're
Yeah.
not gonna find anything.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and you just going through my phone because you're insecure.
Bro.
You know what that
There's
shows me? You suck at communication.
yeah.
If you don't have the guts or the courage to come up and be like, I want to talk because I just feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Would you ever do something to hurt me? Have you
On
done something to hurt
on the flip side of that, sorry to cut you
me?
off,
No, no.
but on the flip side of that, I have been the person to go through somebody's phone.
Okay.
Um, I
But was
just
it because you felt like something? Did you
yeah,
feel uneasy in that?
and in my gut,
Yeah.
I felt really uneasy
Yeah.
about something. So I waited for said person to go to sleep, went through, found exactly what I needed to see, and then I,
But that was a
I
gut wrenching
really,
feeling.
oh, dude, it was so crazy. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
sometimes, like, it's like,
and it turned me into the person I never knew that I could be. I'm not saying that I ever laid hands on anybody. I would never do that. I would never do that.
understood.
But like I felt like a rage that like I just had to go. Like I just like screamed at the top of my like just like
Hmm.
and then I was like I knew it.
Yeah.
Like and then
That was your
it
closure.
was
That's what
yes.
you needed to know.
Yes.
I get it.
And it was not to go too far deep in the rabbit hole, but like I had turned my world complete 180. I'd left a career to be with this person.
Mm.
Like I had left a place that not necessarily that I was comfortable, but I was at one of the best car dealerships in the world.
Yeah.
We sold 800 cars a month.
Yeah.
I needed a rake for the money that I was making. Like
Yeah.
this place was gonna project me through the roof.
Now I understand.
And I moved an hour and a half away. I got with this person, and then yeah, buddy. Oh my god. Hindsight is
Doesn't it? It opens your
hindsight
eyes.
is 2020.
But you know what I say too is like when you go through shitty relationships, it opens your eyes and makes you watch for future things.
Yes. Yes.
You get that slightest
Yes.
insecurity or uneasiness of your new person you're with.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I want to communicate. I want to talk to somebody and see what are you doing,
Yeah.
what's going on behind the scenes.
But like
But it's
again,
like, but you don't know unless you
like
know, right? I mean, it's like,
again, what's crazy is like I had that, and that destroyed me, dude. That one destroyed
you
me.
literally
It's a
changed your whole life and picked up your life, moved it for this certain person, just for them to shit on you.
yes, and brother, that destroyed me
Yeah.
as a person. It
Mhm.
ripped me apart
Yeah.
completely.
No.
And then when I got into like my next serious relationship, I guess my next serious relationship, I don't know. I'll say this one was special.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
it was crazy. The next relationship that I was in, it was nothing that I had ever went through crossed my mind. I was so at peace with this person,
Yeah.
so at peace.
Felt
So
confident.
yes,
Yeah.
and it was just so insane that I've gone through because I had gone through previous
Yeah.
things, and I thought,
You
oh,
thought
hey,
those experiences would never happen to you again
yes,
because
yes.
you found this person.
I was like, oh, hey, what is this? What is this? Like, I got to keep an eye out for this. And then when I got with said person, everything went away. Every relationship that I ever had in the past didn't
Every
matter.
bad feeling, every bad memory goes away when you're with that certain person,
I
and
agree.
nothing sucks more when you thought the person that would never hurt you.
I agree.
Done,
100%.
done.
So I don't know where we were going with that, but that hit the mind,
No, I
and I
mean,
was
and
like,
no, because like having these experiences, and being in these situations, I think it honestly it hurts your heart for sure.
mm-hmm,
But again, I think it molds you into the person you are today,
mm-hmm,
and you know what not to tolerate in
yeah,
future relationships.
agreed, agreed.
Me and my wife, we're not we I can't say we ever had the perfect marriage.
Right.
I've heard friends and families, coworkers, you guys are amazing. I've heard people say before, my own friends, girlfriends has said, why don't you hang out with Jeremiah and watch how he treats Allie? I would die for you to have a percentage of how he treats Allie.
That's
You know, and it made me feel great.
that's
Made me feel
that's
great.
dope. Yeah.
You know,
No, that's amazing.
and it's not even like it's not even to toot my own horn. It's just like I love my wife, and I will do anything it takes to prove to her that she's the only one,
Mm-hmm.
and she's my number one priority. And I will say, marriages are different than dating someone,
Yeah.
obviously. But what does relationships do? Build you to get to that point in
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
Um, and, and I really say the rules don't change when you get married.
No.
You still have to have the respect, the honesty, the
Yeah.
trustworthy, everything, loyalty.
Yeah.
And without any of those things, what is there left?
Agreed.
What is there left? Nothing. Um, I don't know. Relationships just hit hard with me because, again, here and recently, all these people that have gone through these relationship issues, you know, a lot of them talk to me about things because, again,
No.
I'm grateful that they trust me and
They choose you to be
right
that guy to talk to.
because they
Yeah.
see how I treat my wife and how my wife treats me
Yeah.
and the life that we have. And again, for those that really don't know me, I don't have the perfect life. In my eyes, like I have everything I need, which makes my life perfect in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful wife, beautiful son. That's all I ever need.
Yeah.
Being able to support them, take care of them never having to go without. My life is perfect,
Yeah.
right? In my eyes.
Yeah.
Other people are maybe not. Maybe they're like, oh, he could do more. He could do that. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
what you think,
Yeah.
right? Um, so to get back on the relationships, so what what do you think is the main struggle though out of relationships? Like I know we talked about like what makes a good relationship, but what do you
Mm-hmm.
think from either experience or just witnessing other relationships? What do you think is like the big issue? I mean, do you think it is just communication, or do you think it's just like what?
For some
And I know each
person,
relationship is different,
yeah,
but
yeah. Personally, I never like I had trust issues, obviously, but my most previous one, zero trust issues, bro. Like I've trusted myself less than I trusted this person.
yeah,
Like, but I think with other people, I think there's a lot of trust and communication.
yeah,
It's so hard to sit down and have the conversations that you don't want to have. Like, oh hey, here, lately I've been feeling this way. Like, I just want to communicate that to you. That's not me grilling you. That's not me like feeling some type of way about you. But like, that's how I've been feeling lately.
when you've been in a relationship before and you've almost got to that breaking point where
Mhm.
one, either you found something out that breaks you,
Mhm.
two, how something just happened, a bad conversation led to an argument,
Yeah.
or you found out something about somebody. You know what sucks sometimes too is like when you're with somebody and you find out a little bit more true of their colors
Mhm.
and it's not what you wanted or
Yeah.
expected ever for them to be.
Yeah. 100%.
That sucks.
That's like bad.
Um, because you're like, I never thought that person would do that. I never thought they would act like that. I don't want to affiliate myself with somebody like that. I don't want to
Mhm.
be labeled as that type of person either.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I just I think I'm not trying to sound like a broken record. I
No, you're
think,
fine.
the communication is number one
Yeah.
key. And I don't even mean to sound cliche because
Yeah.
everybody says communication is everything. And it is.
It
I mean,
is.
it
It's
really is.
100%
Everybody
everything.
says it because there's a reason why everybody says it because it's the daggone truth. If you
Yeah.
don't talk,
Yeah.
you don't know. And that's like, I just hear people like, a lot of, I'll have friends that'll tell me everything they are feeling. And
Hmm.
you know what my question is to them when they're done?
Have you communicated this?
Have you told them that?
Yeah.
Well, no, they're going to get mad. Well,
Okay,
how do
but
you,
you've got to have that honest conversation.
right?
You have to.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna, if you're dating and you're gonna potentially get married,
Yeah.
you've got to be able to work over these. You got
And
to be able to jump over these obstacles without
most
any fear and be like, this is my person,
yeah. Most people don't date to just hee hee ha ha.
especially in our
Like
age.
they date to be with that
Right.
person for the rest of their life.
Right. And I think, and I'm not, going back on how I was, on our last, you know, conversation was, you know, when Allie and I got together, we were young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was 19, 20, I was 20, 21, in that
Mm-hmm.
age, that
Yeah.
that age frame right there. And we were young. We didn't know, but we knew what the hell we wanted.
Yeah.
When we found each other, I'm not playing any games. She's not playing any games. This is how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I love you, you love me. We're not screwing each other over. And I don't know. It's and I don't mean rubbing this in anybody's face, but when you found your person.
Yeah. 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 That's
And
that's one of those sayings. They're like, hey, you know when you found your person.
yeah,
Like, and you do. You do.
previous relationships, I'm like, I'm gonna marry this girl.
Yeah.
Now being young, I'm like, I love this girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry her. I don't want to ever spend a day without her.
Yeah.
But you know when you know.
Yep.
And I don't know if that comes with maturity, over time,
Yeah.
but I know for a fact when Alyssa came into my life, I knew for a fact that was my person.
Mm-hmm.
That is the person I'm going to prove every single day that she's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And I wish all that for everybody,
Yeah.
not just guys, girls. I hope that they go
And
through that.
one big thing, not to interrupt you again.
No,
One big thing for me is do not ever get complacent with your relationship.
yeah,
Date that person. Date that person. You've been married for 20 years. Date that person like you did when you were trying to impress them day one.
yeah.
Because you getting comfortable and you getting complacent, that will stir up some feathers as well. I feel like.
I still like, I'm guilty. Like now, like, Allie and I have a kid, Noah,
Yeah.
Now that we have a kid, it is hard to date. We don't forget that that's
Yeah.
important,
Yeah.
but it makes things harder. Makes things
It
harder, I
definitely
should say.
does. Definitely does.
But now, like, I'm not the type of guy to send my kid off to our
The
parents.
grandparents, yeah.
I want my kid. We had a kid for a reason,
Yeah.
to be with
He's
us,
coming in on
to
date
be
night.
with us.
Yeah.
Allie and I just celebrated our 3 years of marriage.
Yep.
Been together for 7 years in March. Okay,
That's dope.
and I'm forever grateful.
Love that.
But we sat there and talked. Like, I want my kid to come with us for our. We want our son to come with us for our anniversary.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, you guys need your time. We do, but I want my kid with me.
Yeah.
He is a part of us.
Yeah.
And that is a new tradition that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he gets older, when he's too cool to be around, when he gets to that age, see, dude, we'll go do our own thing, right? I will always include him, but he'll get to that cool stage where he's too cool for us and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. It takes a lot to get to that certain point when it gets to marriage. A lot of people don't look at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
They could date, they can. I never thought that once we, you know, moved in together, how hard it would get. Now,
Yeah.
not because she was a hard person to deal with.
Yeah.
What is your before I get into that? What is your what is your view on moving moving in before getting married? Now, this isn't like you know, because I hear people say, which is fine. That's
Yeah.
what you believe in, like Christianity. Like they talk like, you know,
You got to get married
you got to get
first.
married first before
Yeah.
you move in.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going against any theology, anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But what is your like just in general, like what is your take in on that? Like moving in before,
I think if
you know?
you feel ready, do it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't ever.
I don't. I kind
I
of
don't
want to
know
know what I'm
anybody.
getting into.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know
And
some people are like, well, if she's the right one for you, you don't have to worry about that. But
right.
I've seen
Right.
but I've seen also occasions where people thought, it was rainbows and butterflies
Yeah.
dating. But when they moved in together, done.
Guilty. Twice. Guilty.
But by God, aren't you glad you found that out before proposing or getting married?
Yeah.
You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. For sure. There's a silver lining to everything.
Yeah.
But I think like everybody compares themselves to other people, and social media does this to
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
but it's keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, did you see so and so? They moved in together, and then they went on this trip to Cabo, and he
Yeah.
proposed,
You got to do what's best for you
and
and your
like,
person.
and like, you put yourself in that mindset. Oh, like, what if, what if like we went to Cabo, and like, what if we lived together?
Hmm.
Like, what if like, and that goes with all aspects of like careers, this, that, the other, like everything.
Yeah.
If y'all are happy with what you've got,
Why change it?
why change it?
Why fix it if it
Don't
ain't
yes,
broken?
don't compare yourself to others. Like
I hate
that's
that. I hate
that's
that. I
a
hate that. I hate
that's
that. Like when people say, well, why don't you do what Jeremiah does towards Allie? Or
yeah,
vice versa.
yeah.
I've heard someone say, why don't you treat me like Allie treats Jeremiah?
It's the biggest compliment.
It's a huge
Biggest
compliment.
compliment.
Thank you so much.
But
But you
but
got to do what works for your relationship.
yes, everybody is different. Everybody is so different. Like for
Yeah.
you, communication's right there at the top.
Yeah.
For somebody else, it might be A, B, or C, and then communication's here.
Yeah.
Like, and not saying that
And
anything's ever right or wrong,
mhm,
but whatever works for you and your person, you've gotta have
yeah,
that foundation in that
for
house
sure.
built.
For sure. And like now, like especially when it comes to a marriage. Now, and I would say like it also changes things when you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned that, and we talked about this before, that at a certain age when your kid gets to, they're gonna follow everything you do.
Yep.
Now, I don't even do it just for this. I do it because I love my wife, and
Mm-hmm.
my wife deserves
The
all the
world.
respect in the
Yeah.
world, right? But the way I treat my wife, the way I react to things, the way I handle things, I want my son to look at that and be
Yep.
like, that is how you're supposed to treat your wife.
Yeah.
And let's just say in the future, if I have a daughter, that's the way a woman's supposed to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think about things like that constantly because
Yeah.
I'm sure that there has been times we both want to strangle each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to
And
say every
yeah,
relationship's
I heard
perfect.
somebody say this, and it's not true, but it made me laugh. Like, if you don't want to kill each other every single day, then they're not your person. And like, I don't want to kill my wife every single day, but there's times where I'm like, you know what, like I just need to step away for a second,
Yeah.
and how we talked about, like, how I think our communication is very high up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's things that I can grow. Sometimes in the moment, like I just want to like run away for a
Yeah.
second,
There's,
but like, and that's not healthy.
yeah.
Like, what is your take on this as well? Because like it's different people, I think it works just for different people. In my mind, if you got in an argument, are you the type of guy that you want to sit down and fix this right then and there, or are you the type of guy that just wants to walk away for a couple hours and come back? I see
Um.
good out of both, but what's your intake on that?
So, um, previous relationship when it ended. Okay. We sat down. We had a conversation. Well, it was more of a one-way conversation. It caught me off guard for sure. So I was just kind of like, I was just sitting there in shock, A, that it happened, but I had to be, I was that person that walked away. And I really, 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 like, I don't regret anything I've ever done, but I do regret walking away at that moment because that's not, to me, that's not the adult thing to do. Like I should have collected my thoughts
Say what you
and
wanted to say.
say what I needed to say.
Yeah.
Um, I'm so guilty about that. And then there's some like other situations I'll I'll sit there, shoot it straight back at you. But
Do you think though in that situation, if you were to just be like, take a deep breath, collected your thoughts, said what you wanted to say, do you think it would have gone anywhere?
no, I think her mind was made up.
I understand.
I think her mind was made up at that moment for sure.
And that's just something that where, you know, when we talk about being positive, and
Yeah,
it's hard.
dude,
Damn, it's hard to be positive in that
brother.
moment. You know, you take everything that you had, and it's just thrown away.
Yeah,
Then there's
yeah,
just you.
yeah.
Then there's just you. And I do apologize. I'm not trying to throw stuff
No,
more in
no,
your
no,
head.
no, 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 no.
And
You're good. You're good.
I know for a fact that whatever I'm saying, you haven't not gone through your
No,
head. You know, you
come
have
on now.
already thought this through. Um, but you know, I think I've been there before,
Yeah.
and I don't know. You know, and again, like I said before, you will find your person, and when you find your
Oh yeah.
person, you'll know it.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
Like it's something I'm not gonna go out and seek.
yeah,
It'll find me when it's ready,
yeah.
and it'll be
And don't you hate these daggone cliche like sayings like
yes, the ones.
you'll find your
Yeah,
person when you stop
yeah,
looking.
yeah,
Like, shut up! I don't want to hear
yeah.
that. But God,
Like
it's true.
yeah, yeah. Like
It's daggone true.
I laughed so hard when I was in school. I laughed so hard at YOLO, YOLO.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you really do only live one time.
yeah,
Like and don't ever let that force you into making the wrong decision on a relationship, anything in the world.
yeah.
Don't don't let it make you let or don't let a wrong decision even define you.
No,
Because that's what we're on earth to do is learn.
yeah, no, I agree.
Learn and grow. Learn and grow.
I think relationships, like I think each relationship is different.
Yeah.
Now I think other relationships have common issues. I
Yeah.
should say each
Yeah.
relationship is different, but there is a lot of relationships out there that deal with the same shit each and every day, whether it be communication, whether it be trustworthy. What you know, and I'm asking these questions just because you know, I want to learn as well from other people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What do you think if you are having all these issues, insecurities, you know, worrying if you can even trust your spouse, partner, anything. When do you think you should just put it into it? That's a hard question because in a marriage it's different. But like you know, let's just we can even talk about just say like
Yeah.
a marriage,
Yeah.
right? Like when do you think it should be a stopping point for somebody to be like, enough is enough?
And I think it's different in a relationship and in a marriage.
Yes.
In a marriage, you should never be unhappy in either one. But a marriage is something that is a little tougher because there's a little more that's gone into it.
It's more commitments. More commitments.
More commitments, yes. So a marriage, like you should never be unhappy, but after a certain point of you sitting down and having those conversations of I'm not happy, and if you go through those steps, whether it be counseling or whether it be whatever, like if you go through those steps and you're still unhappy at the end of it, then you need to cut that off.
Yeah.
But a relationship, if you're unhappy, you sit down and have that conversation. Hey, I'd like to see this from you more.
Yeah.
And if that person sustains that, and they necessarily shouldn't want it for that person, like the relationship. They should want it for themselves first.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it takes that person in the relationship to open your eyes and see something from an outside perspective.
No, I agree.
So being unhappy in a relationship, if like you're truly unhappy and you've sat down, you've had that conversation, hey, I'm unhappy about this, don't take it any further.
Yeah.
Like, because you've got that in that person's mind, I guess, already. Um,
I think also like no to add to that because that
no, go
is
ahead. Go
100%,
ahead.
that is great. It sucks when you found out or have noticed when that person's done trying.
Yes. Yes. To watch them deteriorate from like that person you fell in fucking love with, bro. That person to watch them go,
And you notice little things like
yes.
I don't want to go do that anymore.
Yeah.
Let me just stay in.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Or not even talking.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things I noticed is like
Less
one
communication.
of my previous relationships, we'd be chatterboxes. We could be talking about how the wood on this barrel is black here and how it's a little less color over
Yeah.
here, and like we could watch paint dry and
Hmm.
be have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then you watch it deteriorate to the point where it's like you're sitting next to each other. You're not on your phone. They're not on their phone. And you're just
It's awkward
silence.
when it shouldn't be awkward.
Like what happens to get us here?
Yeah.
And like you said though, it goes back to communication.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be communicated when you first start feeling that like, hey, can we do something about this?
Hmm.
It needs to be communicated immediately. If you feel that strongly about it, that it's gonna eventually, if you think it's gonna snowball down to the end of your relationship, I think it needs to be talked about immediately when you start feeling
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. Thank you for that. I
For sure.
appreciate that. I will ask you a question if
That's
you
fine.
don't mind
Yeah.
asking.
I'm an open book, brother.
Let's just we can it can be your previous relationship or it
Yeah.
can be ones in the past. But what is the biggest lesson that you've learned from your previous relationship?
Um,
What is something that you have taken from that relationship? Whether it be not the outcome that you wanted, but what
yeah.
have you taken from that? And when I say that, like, this is not to ever dog your
Yeah.
previous
Yeah.
person you
No,
were
for
with
sure.
because
For sure.
no one's perfect, right?
No.
And this is just, it's obviously, disappointing to ever, not, it's
Yeah.
disappointing in general for
Yeah.
anybody
But
that has a bad outcome, right?
I'll praise every one of the people I've ever been in a relationship with.
Right.
Like I took something good out of each one of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Like for example, the person I moved up here for and turned my life a whole 180. I might have never been that person that got out of that small town. So the dating scene in that small town, I don't want to say everybody's dated everybody
Yeah.
because that's
It's not the case.
not valid. But like when somebody you see somebody single, you're like, oh hey, they dated this person and this person. Like I don't want to be the third person in line for like who they've dated, and
Yeah.
that's not their fault.
Right.
It's just their relationships never worked out.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't ever want to be connected to an other people,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ever like if we're out in public, oh we've got
Yeah.
to get away from them. Like
Hmm.
they can't see us together.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, back to what you were saying though.
Yeah.
Like I got distracted
No,
by that.
no, you're
My
fine.
ADD is like,
No, no, you're fine. It was just really like, what did you like? What is something that you've learned? Like, what is something that you can take from your relationship, your previous relationship with you, to maybe better, yourself, or just the like, I don't know, what was eye opening?
I took I took Never Stop Growing
Yeah,
as a person
yeah.
because I was one of those people that got complacent.
You can't stop being you
Yeah.
just because
Yeah.
someone either one lost interest in you, and I
Yeah.
hate to put it like that,
Yeah. No.
but that's just like the
No.
seriousness in it
That's
because
the
like
way it
that,
is.
right,
Yeah.
that's the way it is. And I'm only saying that because in previous relationships, it was either them or me that lost interest in each other, and it was
Yeah.
just like it's just
Yeah.
wasn't feeling it. And I think it doesn't matter also what age you're at, but also when you get to that point where you're taking steps to get to the big step, and
Mhm.
then done,
Yeah,
that's what hits hard.
bro.
High school relationships,
Like a
they're and daggone
in
good for you people that found your high school sweethearts.
in
Amen
high
to
school,
you.
yes.
But
In high school, you're like, oh my god, I love
yeah,
this person,
yeah,
and then oh shit, just like that,
yeah,
they were over me and on
yeah.
to the
They'll
next.
play the college card. They'll play
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
it's not you, it's me. Done
yeah,
for.
yeah,
Like
for
I have
sure.
learned, and if I can teach my kids, like when they get older, like respect of the people that you are dating in that moment.
Yeah,
Realize, if that happens, if you're able to make through all life
yeah,
craziness together and get married, good for you. I'm so proud of you.
yeah.
Don't expect your
No,
first relationship to
no,
last forever. Just don't. I mean, it's
no.
just more for lessons and honestly entertainment.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
but being the complacent thing
Hmm.
for me.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I don't. There's gonna be somebody out there, obviously, that takes me for who I am in that moment. But not getting complacent in the relationship, no matter how hard things get for you personally or your significant
Hmm.
other. Um, find a way to find a way to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, and I've always found a way to figure it out, but it's not necessarily like it was a way to figure out what I needed, like, but it wasn't necessarily what we needed. Um, and that's I don't know. That's I guess
Sometimes
that's
it's good to know that information before you take the next step.
yeah, yeah,
And that's
agreed.
not dogging the person you were with,
No,
other
absolutely
previous
not. Hey,
relationships. Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to know, like maybe that was a wake up call for you,
yeah,
like to say,
there's
I know where they're at with me.
yeah,
Thank you for the time. I don't have any regrets, but it's time for me to move on
yeah.
as well. You know?
Previous was the best person I've ever dated in my life.
Yeah.
The best fucking person I've ever
Right.
dated.
Yeah.
So like I'm happy she's doing everything she's doing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm
And
so
still,
proud of her.
still
Like
wish her the best
continue,
and
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
Continue doing what you're doing.
Hmm.
Like,
No, I thank you so much for sharing because, like I
of
said,
course.
that it means a lot to me, and hopefully, people that are watching that can go through that and have gone through the same things. Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, man, relationships are hard,
So hard. So hard.
and I think the only people that make it look easy is elderly people that've been together for so long.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Some, some.
some people they're like, damn it, Ricky, why
Yeah,
didn't you open the door for
right.
me today?
Yeah, exactly,
Like,
exactly. You get them old
but
people that like act like they hate each other, but they've been together. But
yeah,
then you get them older people that just
that
like,
are like, oh, we've
oh
been
my
together
gosh,
for 65
and it looks
years.
like
Blah
they're on
blah
their
blah blah
first
blah.
date.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
fucking love
I
it,
want that to
bro.
be me and Allie. Don't know.
I had
Hope the God she'll stick around with me that long.
I had some regulars text me today.
Yeah,
They were like, hey, you didn't switch jobs, did you?
yeah,
They're those kind of people.
yeah,
Like they're so amazing. I love
yeah.
them to death. I strive to be like their relationship.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. Their last name is not Jones.
Yeah.
Um, but no, like if I were to pick a relationship just to like mold mine, it would be them
Yeah, that's
because
awesome.
they're so solid, and
Yeah.
it's just like you can tell they care about each other so
Mhm.
much, and like if the when one person orders something different, oh, you got something different
Yeah,
today,
yeah,
like
I love that.
it's so
Yeah,
cool, it's so
that's
cool, I
awesome.
love it.
Having those encounters with people and kind of shows you how it's supposed to be too.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
little things like that.
agreed.
I don't know. With my job, like I encounter with so many residents,
Yeah,
people in the community,
yeah,
and I meet a lot of good people, meet a lot of bad people, and those good people that I don't know. It's just with my job, I don't always come with a lot of good news sometimes.
no, and
But sometimes hearing their positivity
yeah,
together as a marriage working together, like, okay, we got this, no worries. Like, I love that.
yeah,
Thank you for that.
agreed.
Not
Yeah,
only makes my day easier, but
yeah,
it's also a lesson for me too.
yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely. There's something to learn. There's a lesson in each little thing
hmm
that happens to you every single day.
yeah,
Whether you choose to look at that and follow that
Yeah,
is
that's the key.
that's up to you.
Yeah.
Um, but
The only way you're
it's
going to change yourself is by you changing yourself. You
exactly
can't
you
expect
gotta
somebody else to do the work for
you
you.
gotta look in that mirror and be like, look, dude,
Somebody can help you
like,
change as a person, like for the good, like the
yeah,
better version of yourself, but you have to do your part as well.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and I just think that's a huge thing. So I appreciate you sharing that for me.
of course,
And I don't
of
even
course,
think it's always, when people think of relationships that actually sit down and talk about it, it's not always just the other person. As I have come to realize that um, I've done a lot of things in a relationship that could have been better.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
when we have outcomes of either ending relationships or whatever, like sometimes I take a step back and try to humble myself and be like,
yeah,
maybe I wasn't the best person to
yeah,
be with either.
yeah,
Like maybe I was lacking in communication or gave them insecurities. Not that that was ever my goal or my
yeah,
intentions,
yeah,
but maybe I got them to that point to be
yeah.
a not a
Well,
good
and
person.
if I could tell my previous to come on this show and talk about whatever the hell I was bad at, please,
Yeah.
like, because I'll be the first person to tell you, like, did it take me sitting back to realize maybe I wasn't the best at this, or
Hmm.
maybe I wasn't the best at this? Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And God knows I had plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to think about it. And it goes back to overthinking. We talked about overthinking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, overthinking, put the crown on my head. I am the king at that.
Well, I told you the worst place to be is in your own head.
I am the king of that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's, I definitely reflected on everything,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm overthinking it, and maybe it wasn't me. But then again, like it probably was this or this that I could do better,
Right.
and
But the
we
main
could
thing is that you
probably
take
do
something out
something
of that.
better as yeah,
Yeah.
we could have done something better as a couple too. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, unless there's, you know, unless one person cheats or something like that. If it's just like
Yes.
them mutually or whatever, at the end of the day, somebody could have done something. Both of you together could have been better
Yeah.
partners for
Yep.
each other.
Yeah.
So, again, my goal was to never just to blame one person. And like, how I talked about earlier, like, I'll have some friends come and talk to me about the relationships.
Yeah.
Well, they did this, well, what did you do to make them do this?
Yeah. What was the steps leading to that?
How did you react? How did you talk to
Yes.
them? How did you treat them? How
Yeah.
did you respect them? Did you give the time to let them talk? Did you explode? Like things like that. And
Yeah.
that is, I mean, that's everything.
Yeah.
Um and again,
We're not relationship experts, by
we're
the
not.
way.
We're not.
Just to let you know, it's just two friends talking
Yeah,
about relationships.
100%. Not licensed and everything. Nothing like that.
No, nothing
Uh,
cool.
but I don't know. It's all about respect at
Yep.
the end of the day.
Yep.
I think
Respect
that's
communication.
yeah, respect and communication. I think that's everything because the other person deserves all of that from you. If
Agreed.
you want the greatest outcome in a relationship that leads to marriage and a great life, those are things that will
Yep.
get you to that success.
Agreed.
Perfect. Well, Joe, I do appreciate you, talking to me about that. I
For
really
sure.
appreciate that. Kind of opened my eyes up
For
and kind
sure.
of, it gives you a different perspective on other relationships, just not including yours. Because, like,
Yeah.
I think also, like, when we sit and talk about relationships that we've dealt with or how we've heard and how just sitting and talking about it, it
Hmm.
can give you that other perspective and learn, like, oh, wow, like me doing this or finding out this, like, wow, like that actually can happen.
Yeah.
You know how we talked
100%.
about in our last show that, like, don't ever think that it can't happen to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that goes a long way too. And it's crazy. The littlest thing you can do, it can turn everything.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
So if you can be proactive on how that can never happen to you,
Hmm.
that'll probably help you out a lot
Yeah.
in the long run.
Yeah. Just being a good person, being like, I don't know, just being a good person, good partner. Because I think in order to be a good partner, like, that's a big role to take.
Yeah, buddy.
It's not just rainbows and butterflies all the time. Like,
No, absolutely
when
not.
it comes to, like, you know, marriage, like, my goal is to always put my needs last.
Mhm.
My wife's needs come first.
Yeah.
And there's so many people out there that I see like that the guys always try to put their feelings and their interest in everything first
Mhm.
before what their wife
Mhm.
wants.
And there's some stressful ass situations.
It's
Like
sad to watch.
there's like financially, that's something we didn't talk about. But financially, like making it through, paying bills, scraping by, that can fucking sorry, F bomb. It just came from the heart. But that can string out that relationship crazy.
Dude, finances can kill a
Yes.
kill a relationship.
Yes.
My wife is so daggone frugal.
Mhm.
I get pissed.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you, honey. And she's like, "You're damn right, I will." She will, you know. She's like, "I beg to differ."
that that
Yeah,
uh that sorry, I just hit the mic. I probably just killed y'all's ears. But she gonna have that duffel bag like this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, and I, I'm a type of guy. What? And this is going back to when we talked about earlier, like the person that saved me and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
she didn't. I mean, and I'm making like I sound like my parents didn't do anything for me. But
Yeah.
when you settle down with that person, you work together as a team to be
Mhm.
better versions of each other, right?
Mhm.
For each other,
Mhm.
right? And my wife did help me a lot when it came to being smarter with money.
Yeah.
Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to spend it. Now, I was never like a crazy like, oh, I saw something, I have to buy it, right?
Yeah.
Like my
Like
thing, my
like
thing that I
$20 in your pocket. You got to
yeah,
go spend
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
20.
yeah. But like nowadays, like now that I'm married, with my kid, like it all goes to them anyways. And my hobby that I spend money a little bit more on. And again, I always make sure that my bills are paid. But I do like
Cheers
my
to that.
collection. I do like my collection. So, um, and by the way, she's a very supportive bourbon wife. So she'll
She
find some
really
good
is.
bottles for me. Like, babe, I got this for you. I'm like,
Hey.
hey, here we
Hey, let's
go. Let's go. Right? That's my initiative one. No, I'm just kidding.
go.
But no, I'm grateful for her because I mean, there's been times where we have gotten in arguments over money. Like my main flaw is, I'll go out to lunch more than I should.
Mhm.
She's her job being a teacher. She doesn't have that opportunity
Yeah.
to be able to
Yeah.
just go out to lunch with friends and be able to go do that and spend money. Do I need to go out to lunch more than a couple times a week? No, I
No.
don't. I don't even need to go once. I am not too good for a ham sandwich and a bag of chips. I'm
Yeah.
not. I just with my job, I'm up.
You're
I'm
ripping and
everywhere.
running.
I'm ripping
Yeah.
and running up and down the
Yeah.
city. And oh, there's Chick-fil-A. What's wrong with the sandwich? I've got the points, right?
Yeah.
Or it's just a few bucks. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, I mean I've seen where marriages have failed, relationships have failed just due to the fact how one person can spend money.
Mhm.
They're not on the same track.
Mhm.
We have a set of friends um that say um the husband has to hold on to all the money or the wife will spend it all on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And he's like, that's serious. He's like, I have to be in charge of all the bills and all the money. She makes what she makes, but all like we have a joint account, but like she gets to keep some of it. I think they have like, each one of
They've
them have
got
an
a
account,
system worked
yeah,
out.
they have a
Yeah.
system, right?
Yeah.
But he said, if she was to have all the money, their money would be blown on Amazon
Yeah.
or other stupid shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but no, I mean, no, that brings a great point.
Yeah.
Finances can
Sorry, I didn't think of it in the
no,
moment,
no, that's
but
great. So, but no, that's great. Well, Joe, again, I can't thank you enough for talking to me about this. I do appreciate it. Again, it has taught me some things and kind of lessons to kind of take on from this show and just kind of
yeah.
go with it.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
perfect. Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in to our show and watching us. We do appreciate the love and support that you've given us. So again, my name is Jeremiah.
I'm Joe. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Peace. Yes, sir.